Do you run a team today? Do folks really know what your team provides for services? I'm going to offer some insights on how to clarify that. Hi, I'm Peter Nichol, Data Science CIO. One of the biggest challenges that we run into is making sure that others understand what it is that we do and what it is that we provide. There's a funny quote from Joe Fuller, a management professor at Harvard, that goes something like, "One thing I know about strategy is it's the assumptions that kill you, not your competition." And what's interesting about that is it focuses on the assumption that people understand what you're doing, what you're providing in terms of value or benefits or some type of service proposition. But if you think for a second, if you ask the random person in your company or department what it is that your team provides, are they going to say, well, you test stuff or you manage some projects? But do they really understand the suite of services that you offer to different business partners within your organization? And I'm here to offer they probably do not. Imagine for a second that you walked into McDonald's, and instead of looking up at the menu of one, ordering a number one or a number two, there actually was no menu. And the only thing you were dependent on to understand what to potentially order was what a friend told you. So you might have heard that they have good burgers, maybe they have good ice cream. So you might want to order one of those things, but nothing else you really heard of. You also might have heard some bad information. Maybe you heard about a McPizza or a McSalad or Mighty Wings, or maybe even you got excited about a McLobster, all of which are discontinued and no longer offered at McDonald's today. So what if you had that expectation that you were going to get a service that you didn't have? So even if you ended up with a burger or a double Whopper or some type of cheeseburger that's served at McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King, and you realized that you weren't going to ever get that, you wouldn't be too happy and wouldn't be too thrilled. And that's part of the challenge with managing expectations on a team. First, people don't know what services you provide. And second, even if they kind of understand, some of the services evolve over time. And this kind of presents us and leads us with the idea of a service catalog. Specifically, I'm thinking about portfolio management, but it doesn't matter if you're in cybersecurity, if you're in charge of testing, charge of infrastructure, or you provide a sales function to your business partners. What's important is that you identify those key capabilities and identify them as services that you can offer and list them in some type of logical format, like a menu or an overview or an outline. And then you start to have a very easy way for your business partners and colleagues and peers to consume the services that they want. And now when you walk into McDonald's, you have a clear menu of exactly what is available and what's not available. Some things might be discontinued or removed from the menu. And even the things that are listed are clarified in terms of what they provide. The same type of parallel happens on the business side. Although we don't really think about it as a service business. We think about it, well, we're here and we provide this function and we do this day to day and everybody knows what we do. The reality is a lot of people do not know what your team does and don't know what you individually do either. So take a minute, build a service catalog for your team and start to clarify the value proposition that you present. Hi, I'm Peter Nichol, Data Science CIO. Have a great day.